Hi, here is a practice tip, hint, whatever you want to call it, for anyone trying to decipher whether their intuition is just like your stomach going in knots or whether you're actually feeling something to confirm something you feel, think, or an actual psychic hit coming in to your body. I am Suzzy. I'm a trauma-informed, support-certified metaphysical practitioner and astrologer. And so one of the things that, I say all the time, and I think that we are both, everything is a Venn diagram, not black and white. We are both spiritual beings. We are bodies that have souls, and that is priority. We do have bodies. We live in a 3D social constructed, taught to be kind of ego-centered, not egocentric or not egotistical, but take things personal. And we have lived experiences, and we have had traumatic experiences. And even if that traumatic experience is a breakup or someone that cheated on you or lied to you, and so there's those little things in your body that says maybe this person is lying. Or you are in the spiritual community. I'm a very seasoned practitioner at this point, and I still use this, but especially if you're beginning. I like to practice the 5-5-7 breath. And you can do, if you're really upset and anxiety ridden and having a hard time catching your breath because you feel like something's hitting you hard, you can use 2-2-4, or you can use 3-3-5. But the idea, and I will show and explain what I mean by the 5-5-7 breath, but it is when you're going to inhale for a count of whatever, and hold for the same count, but then exhale for a longer amount. And the trick is that when you exhale a little longer than you've inhaled and then you held, you're going to put your parasympathetic system back into regulation instead of into dysregulation. What it feels like, I tease because nervous knots and butterflies are actually the same reaction in the body. Scientifically, it's the mind that tells you whether this is pleasant or whether this is fearful. So that being said, I could do a whole series on that. If you are trying to think like, is this person really lying to me? Or am I getting excited because I feel like I'm going to hear from this person? Or is this hope? Or is this anxiety? Or is this an actual like just physical response that you've experienced before because you're having a relived experience, right? So if we take that breath and regulate our system first, then anything that we do after that, then we can ask spirit, we can do pendulum, we can ask to be, I often talk about being a clairsentient. You're like a walking operation guy, and hopefully you've done communication with your guides about what means what when you feel it on your body. I can do a video about that if you like, leave me a comment. But if we do the 5-5-7 breath and then we ask again the question that we feel the intuitive hit on, we're going to know that that's really an intuitive hit and not a nervous system reaction. So you're going to breathe in 4 or 5 and hold. And then you're going to release very, very slowly as you can till you finally feel that last little bit of air go out, and that's 7. I teach this to my youngest who has anxiety and an Aries Mars. So we teach the 5-5-7 breath at home so that we can have a response and not a reaction. And I use it all the time. Because I feel my feelings and I have lived experiences, and I could be educated both spiritually, both in the trauma informed. I'm still a human being who's going to have physical reactions to my triggers. So to make sure that that's not what I'm experiencing and I'm actually experiencing an intuitive hit, I practice the 5-5-7 breath. But here's the other thing about that 5-5-7 breath. And again, if you are really, for whatever reason, worked up and you can't breathe in for a whole 5 and hold for a whole 5, first of all, that's a good sign that you are absolutely, your parasympathetic is completely dysregulated. But you try it at 2-2-3. When my son is really worked up in an anxiety attack, we start at 2. We start at 2, right? So whatever works for you, you can start at 2 or start at 3. 5-5-7 is preferable. But the best part about that is if somebody is giving you anxiety, if you're in a confrontation and you're an anti-confrontational person, if you have anxiety in general and you're in an uncomfortable position and you just want to get into your own, by all means, get safe. But if it's just an uncomfortable position because you're with somebody that you feel safe with, but the conversation doesn't feel safe, or the subject matter doesn't feel safe, doing that 5-5-7 breath is one of my favorite tools to have in the back pocket. Because like tapping is great, right? But you can't do that in front of somebody always. You can take a 5-5-7 breath while somebody else is talking. No one will know. No one will know. You can do it right in front of their face. They will never know. It is a wonderful tool. But especially if you want to decipher between an intuition hit, a psychic hit that is registering in your body, and just a nervous system reaction. Butterflies and nervous knots are the same. It all just depends on what your brain is telling you. What is a pleasant experience and what is a fearful experience? I hope this was helpful. I love you. Now you love you. Bye.